He told everyone he was out of shape, that he hadn't slept right in days, that the scheduling was messing him up, that he felt more winded than he ever had in his life. And then he went out and put up the highest box plus-minus number in NBA Summer League history. 16 points, 6.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists per game, a plus 26 in his debut, a plus 14 in his second game, and a 15.9 BPM that doesn't just lead all rookies this summer. It's the highest number any player has posted in Las Vegas, ever. That's Yaxel Lendeborg. And here's the thing. Summer League is always full of guys who look good and don't pan out. Von Wafer once dropped 42 in Las Vegas. Cam Whitmore was supposed to be the next one. So I'm not here to tell you this kid is going to be an all-star. I'm here to tell you something different. I'm here to tell you the story of a guy who has beaten impossible odds at every single stop of his career. A guy who got cut from his high school team, missed 2 full years of basketball, started over at a junior college in the Arizona desert, and just won a national championship at 23 years old, injured, limping, and refusing to sit down. And now he's doing it all over again. In Las Vegas, with Stephen Curry watching from the front office, the NBA isn't ready for Yaxel Lendeborg, and the numbers are already proving it. Most league stories start with a kid who couldn't be stopped from the moment he first touched a basketball. This isn't that story. Yaxel Lendeborg was born in Puerto Rico on September 30, 2002, to 2 parents who both played for the Dominican Republic's national basketball team. The athletic DNA was obviously there. But when the family eventually landed in Pennsauken, New Jersey, and Yaxel tried to follow in his parents' footsteps, the basketball world had a completely different message for him. He couldn't even make his middle school teams in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Every tryout, same result: cut. He finally got on the Pennsauken High freshman squad, and then, mid-season, he got cut again. This time for failing grades, the wrong crowd, disappearing motivation, grades that didn't meet eligibility requirements. He sat out his sophomore year, then his junior year. 3 full years of watching from the sidelines while his teammates played. He didn't really have the will to do school or to better himself in general. He said himself that he just didn't think he was good enough for anything. Here's what's remarkable. At this point, there is no Yaxel Lendeborg story. There's no draft pick, no national championship, no summer league records. There's just a kid from South Jersey who got cut from his high school team and spent years watching games he should have been playing in. The turnaround didn't come from a coach. It didn't come from a scout who spotted him in a gym. It came from his mother sitting in a minivan, in tears. She told him he was throwing it all away. She made him promise to complete 10 community college courses in a single year to get his grades back on track. She drove him every morning from Pennsauken to Camden County College before she went to work. She didn't do it because anyone was watching. She did it because she saw something in her son that he couldn't see in himself. He got his grades right. He rejoined the Pennsauken varsity squad for the last 11 games of his senior year. They went 10-1. When that season ended, he wasn't even that shaken. Oh well, he thought. It was fun while it lasted. He had no idea what was coming. Arizona Western College is in Yuma, Arizona. It's where Yaxel Lendeborg rebuilt his career. And over 3 seasons, he was a back-to-back NJCAA All-American. But the path forward wasn't clean. When he signed to play at St. John's, Rick Pitino came in as head coach and didn't retain him, a door that felt open, closed. So he transferred to UAB in Birmingham, where most people still had no idea who he was. At UAB, he made them regret not knowing. In his 2 seasons with the Blazers, he won back-to-back AAC Defensive Player of the Year awards. He was one of only 2 players in all of college basketball to lead his team in every major statistical category. The other was Cooper Flagg, the #1 pick in the 2025 draft. He'd earned a shot at the NBA, but he didn't take the easy road. Instead of entering the 2025 draft, he withdrew his name and made one more move, the biggest one of all. Think about what that decision cost him. He was already 22 years old, already a projected first-round pick. He'd clawed his way from a New Jersey high school bench to 2 years of dominant Division I basketball. He could have been in the NBA a year early. Instead, he picked up and transferred to Michigan. The scouting community had questions about him. Could a player from a mid-major handle the jump to a Power 4 environment? Would the production hold up against Big Ten competition? The age was already a concern. He'd be 23 playing against 18-year-olds. He answered every single question. At Michigan, he averaged 15.1 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 1.2 blocks, and 1.1 steals per game. He won Big Ten Player of the Year. He made the all-defensive team. He elevated every program he'd ever played for, and this one was no different. The Wolverines went 37-3, and they didn't just make the tournament, they won it. Lendeborg averaged 19 points per game in the NCAA tournament, stepping up when Michigan needed him most. In the Elite Eight against Tennessee, a game Michigan won 95-62, he went for 27 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Then in the Final Four, he re-aggravated an ankle injury and a knee issue in the first half. He left the court. He came back limping. He said after,
"So I'm gonna play unless I can't walk at all."
And he played in the national championship game against UConn, hobbled, in pain. He gave Michigan 13 points off a beat-up body in 36 minutes. Michigan won 69-63. Yaxel Lendeborg had his national championship ring. Here's what makes Yaxel Lendeborg genuinely scary as an NBA prospect. It's not one thing, it's everything at once. He measured 6 feet 8.75 inches at the combine with a 7 feet 3.25 inches wingspan. That wingspan matters more than the height. At his position, you're essentially getting a defender with guard-level mobility who can reach like a center. NBA.com's projection is that he could develop into an elite defensive stopper early in his career, in the mold of OG Anunoby. Bleacher Report's Jonathan Wasserman compared him to Aaron Gordon. What all of those comparisons have in common? Swiss Army knife players who make winning teams better just by being on the floor. But here's the part that separates Lendeborg from those comps: the playmaking. Per Synergy Sports, he graded in the 90th percentile or higher as a spot-up scorer, a post-up player, a pick-and-roll handler, a transition weapon, and a cutter. That's 5 different offensive categories, 5 different ways to hurt you, and he didn't just grade well there, he improved at each stop. Every conference, every program, his shooting went up, his playmaking expanded, his defensive versatility grew. At UAB, he was averaging north of 4 assists per game as a power forward. At Michigan, it was 3.2 per game while leading a national championship run. He starts the break himself off defensive rebounds. He reads passing lanes before the offense is even set up. His basketball IQ is the kind coaches say they can't teach. And then there's the age thing. Everyone keeps bringing it up like it's a red flag. He's 23. He's older than Anthony Edwards and Cade Cunningham were when they were drafted. Sure, that's true. But here's the other way to look at it. He's had 6 full seasons of college basketball to get ready. He's been the most productive player at every single stop. He's faced adversity in every environment, academic, athletic, competitive, and he's come out better every single time. He's not raw. He's not a project. NBA.com called him arguably the most pro-ready player in the entire 2026 class. The development risk here isn't whether he can play, it's whether Golden State can use him correctly. And so far, the answer looks like a hard yes. Here's the thing about players who take unconventional paths. The NBA usually isn't sure what to do with them. For years, the league was skeptical of LaMelo Ball because of his overseas experience, his style, his age. For years, they questioned whether a mid-major guy like Austin Reeves could compete at the highest level. The doubts are always louder than the evidence, until they're not. With Yaxel Lendeborg, the evidence has been piling up for 6 years. At every stop, people counted him out. At every stop, he proved them wrong. He's not a finished product. There are real questions about his shooting consistency at the next level, whether his foot speed will hold up against quicker guards in space, and how his role adjusts when he's playing 15 to 20 minutes instead of 35. Those questions are fair, but here's what you can't manufacture in an NBA draft: a player who has been forged by pressure at every level, who elevates every team he joins, who plays with a competitive fire that looks almost personal, a 7'3" wingspan on a 6'9" body who can pass like a point guard, defend 5 positions, rebound out of his area, and hit a corner 3 in transition. The NBA isn't ready for him. And honestly, he's not fully ready either. Give him the rest of the summer to get in shape. Then, we'll really see something. Drop a comment below. What do you think Lendeborg's ceiling actually is? All-star? 6th man of the year? Defense first starter? I want to know. Hit the like button if you think the Warriors got a steal at 11. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.